We are back at the quarry. We are going to be playing a scoring round from the Supreme Flight Open layout. I want to see if I can beat what I did in the tournament this year. I had a horrible first round, not a great third round. Both of those were played here for that tournament. Shot 5 over with a double bogey on this first hole because I had a disc that just took off with the wind and went flying down the hill. It's breezy today. We got wind kind of in our face and from the right. It's going to do some hell with our putts. We had a tough time with putts at Cliff Stevens. Hoping for a better play today, but let's get the drives good, get them parked, short putts. Might also throw in some ace run highlights because I've got most of my aces at this course. No reason why I can't try to get an Ultra Luna ace. Just traded a young man my color shift oil slick for this Jawbreaker Z Flex with these cool little rings that have like rainbow foil in them. So we'll see if we can nail one. This is 173 grams, right in that range I want. Throw in, we go nuke off the. All right, going nuke off first. All right, like 20 feet past it. Let's see if we can get that birdie putt. Birdie. Last year, first round, wind was crazy like it is today. I threw my, I believe it was my Grace, it flipped up and went flying down the hill, OB, and then threw up here and then missed my putt back. I think I carded a 5 on this par 3. But went under, that's a 3-stroke shift right there. Number 2 from the Supreme Flight Open layout, 310. I believe during the tournament I threw something kind of understable because I was thinking about the fact that like throwing uphill, I wanted to flip the flat, but unfortunately because I'm looking at this distance, I wanted to juice it. So I turned it over and put it in tall grass off to the right. I'll have to look back at the card, but I think I ended up with either par or bogey. Alright, going Captain's Thrasher, giving it a rip, trying to put it towards the light pole because I think the wind is going to pick up as soon as I'm about to throw it. It's going to be coming from that way, so I might turn it to flat and then we'll see if we can get some more. It didn't move at all. Got a 40-footer from there. Let's see. I think the Zeus actually is a little bit flippier. Yeah. So I probably would have thrown Zeus round 3 since round 1 was here, round 3 was here. The up the hill 320-foot hole obviously would probably make it play more like 360. Now the wind's kicking up. Let's see if we can make this putt. I'm gonna go with our trusty CC Luna for the putt. Hell yeah! So what I haven't mentioned yet is that now that I'm MA2, obviously I'm playing longer courses. You've seen me play, maybe you've seen me play Floral City, you saw me play Cliff Stevens, practice for this tournament. I'm not going to be able to play in Supreme Flight Open, but this year when played through it, everyone was playing in the MA1's layout. So it's a tough course when you extend it and when you have wind going on. But I've been kind of upping my game and understanding my discs a little bit more, or at least some of them. But the hottest round at this course in that layout for my division was 4 under. So our goal today is try to get 5 under. Now, obviously not comparable, not in a tournament situation, but I want to see if it's possible, probable. You got it. All right, going Zeus on a rip, baskets up to the left. We want to try to fit it just inside of that bigger oak tree as it hyzers out. Like it skip up and give us a shorter putt. I swear we threw that. I think we threw that 370 or something. I guess I got a little bit of wind in the back. Let's measure it. All right, so we got 361 out of the drive. So we're about, what? We're circle 1, maybe 20 feet or 30 feet. Ooh, fine in there. All right, we're perfect 3-3. This next one should not be an exception as long as I get the line right. I'm gonna peek my scorecard from this year and see where we're at comparable. So we are 4 strokes better than we were last year after 3 holes, and 3 strokes better than the person that won the tournament last year. He threw even for these first 3 holes versus our 3 birdies. But that backdoor Zeus route got around those last trees perfectly fine. Wind's kind of at our back. It's been shut off a little bit because of the trees. 229. Going to throw Melita. Try to aim almost straight at that oak tree on the right. Pushing as far as I can. And I want a slight bit of stability to follow us in. If I miss right, I've got a putt. If I miss too far left, it can be jail down there or put me in a uncomfortable straddle kind of stance that I'm not used to. So I'm going to go Melita, because if we're going to miss, we want to miss more right. The fence behind it is curled up, but hopefully it won't slide underneath it. But see what we can do. I put a little bit too much angle on that. I came over the top. We'll have a 40-footer. Let's see. Let's throw a buzz. Let's see if it would have been a little bit better. Yeah, it would have been better. Like 15 feet. So maybe I would have thrown buzz if I had gotten a practice round in before the tournament. All right, putt for birdie. Let's go 4 for 4. I've been trying to work in. It'll get there, but I'm going to stay with Trusty until I play through the tournament. 4 under through 4. Haters are going to say it's fake. 4 under through 4. Wind pushing right to left. Really got to get it over to the right side. So if it takes off like a sail, it puts me close instead of coming 60, 70 feet left. During the tournament, I had one of my best pinpoint drives here with the Captain's Thrasher. Put it up high, a little bit less wind, and it spiked straight down next to the basket. I was within like 18 inches. We're going to go nuke today because I want something that can fight that wind a little bit better. See if we can get it out over that little green branch over there. The wind is really ripping and directly into my face. So if I had thrown Zeus, Grace, it would be in a wind off to the right. So it's down a little bit. I'm pushing my 30-second. Oh, I ripped it into oblivion. Bad trees. They didn't give me any help. It's going to be a long putt, and we'll get our first par probably. Alright, when we played in the tournament this year, we birdied this one, so did our proverbial competition. I don't think we're going to get it from here. Bad drive, bad wind, bad angle. See if we can get close enough for the par. Not a bad putt. I mean, if we weren't going for it, really. So, met the expectations. There's our first par. So, where's that? No, 4-5. I think it's 5 in the Spring Flight Open because the short 2 doesn't count. So, 4 down through 5. All right, this hole here kicked my butt. 342 feet for hole number 6. Basket is beyond this first oak tree, underneath the other one. I threw a forehand, pulled it into the branches because I thought throwing an anti-flex would have been doing it for me. I was not solid on my release, so I think I may have stepped out or turned too much of my hips and I followed through over there. We're going to throw our fused flat eye confetti scorch. Try to put it straight up through the gap. We only really just want to get it kind of to that hill, not necessarily getting up there by the basket, because 342 is not normally our range. Though we threw 360 with the Zeus. So I'm going to scorch. Oh, early tree. All right, let's not let this thing fall apart. And we get a par here, we'll be fine, but we got to rein it in. All right, about 100 or so left. That hill that should leave us about 20 feet, I'd say. We're actually a touch closer than 20. Feet. That was solid par safe. So 400 through 6. All right, I was looking back at the scorecard. I double bogeyed that one because of my tough time recovering. You know, kind of branch on my approach and all that fun stuff. So we're under compared to 2 over in the tournament this year, so that 6-stroke improvement. Basket is off to the right. I'm gonna try to rip the Zeus, get it turned over and past these trees hopefully, and then it flexes out and gets over to the right and kind of skips. I should leave myself like a 20-30 footer. That's if I get past this first gap and get into the trees. For another par. These are all par 3s. I'll try a nuke on forehand just to see. Yeah, that's more of the area that we want to be in. The wind is kind of coming from my backing to my right, so that might have been what got me over there faster. So we're pretty much in jail here. Basket is relatively straight ahead from where we were looking at. I haven't looked over the shot yet. I'm gonna bring a couple drifts up there. No real stance through here. I'm gonna straddle out through a forehand with a zone. Kept my forehand a little bit too tight to my body, so I got D'd up. Might get a bogey after that. Luna would have been better off though. So Nuke was not part of the scoring round, obviously, because we had thrown the Zeus. But let's see if we could have got the birdie, because this is much more where I'd want to be, considering all that coverage there. Oh, definitely went for it. All right, now safe par. That sucks. I felt good. Hit a putt, just released it a little too high. And caught the chain point, or whatever you want to call those things, D-ring. So looking at the scorecard, I bogeyed that holder in the tournament as well. So I'm still a 4-stroke improvement, 3 under compared to 3 over in the tournament last year. Our competition, I think, is sitting at 2 under. This hole isn't very long. It's just, and I'm pretty sure the cart path left is 4 let's see, on or over. So the tricky thing here is you want to, if you go for it and you miss any bit left, the hill feeds to the sidewalk. If you pull it too much, it's all caged out as far as branches and stuff go. This is where I feel like my grace is the disc. I want to put hyzer on it because I think it can flip through there. So that means I want to kind of aim towards just inside that oak tree or left of the basket. If I'm going to give it a rip, that's what I'm doing. In my face, so it should flip up and turn a little bit. See if we can get it up there. Turn. I pushed it out a little farther, but look at that. Yeah, that'll be a birdie. Good, we needed the shift. That's for birdie. Back to 4 under, that's after 8 holes, I believe. Yeah, 8 in the screen plate open hole. On to the fun one. All right, we're back to 4 under after 8. This hole, pretty sure, was one of my first birdies after dealing with a bogey on 7. I've aced this hole before with the nuke. I'm gonna try again. It's a skip shot out right. I don't have the angle control for the tunnel shot. There's too much gale there. It opens up on the right side where that little palm tree is. You skip right over the top of it. It leaves you normally about 15, 30 feet. I'm gonna try again. It's a skip shot out right. I don't have the angle control for the tunnel shot. There's too much gale there. It opens up on the right side where that little palm tree is. You skip right over the top of it. It leaves you normally about 15, 30 feet. I'm gonna try again. That's too wide. I curled in a little bit. I probably still have 30 feet. Let's go make that putt. We're just behind this little tree over here. All right, so we're like maybe 50. Well, 36 feet, so around 40. There you go, another birdie. 5 up, or 5 down after 9. So we were 2 over after 9 during the tournament. We are now 5 under after 9, and our competition, who is bogey free, is 3 under. So we're in the lead. Haven't checked to see what that wind is doing from here. It's a little left to right, which is good. Maybe it'll keep us off that fence a little bit. But we want to rip something that's going to turn a little bit, especially if we're going to ace run it. I don't have a problem necessarily like really trying to go after this one, because if I'm short and I miss the basket on the left, it's going to hit the fence, and that's going to be like 30 feet out. So the only thing that is OB is over the fence, and then anything surrounded by water. They say surrounded by water because there's like a little swamp over here. It doesn't have anything in it right now. So we're going to go Halo Destroyer. This guy's 50, so we're going to give it a rip and see if we can get it push right a little bit and then crash at the back. I can't say that was really anything wrong with that one. So it was a risky move going forward with the Destroyer, but we're going to see if we make it. A little bit of moss in my way. The moss focused on it. Made the putt with the Destroyer. Alright. See which car putt coming back. Alright, no birdie there. 5 under after 10. Number 11 is 310 feet. Basket straight ahead. Normal hyzer lines. You're going to probably cut some branches if you're any higher than like 7 feet off the ground. But if you got enough speed on it, you could probably get it up there in a pretty good position. I'm going to try to throw my Destroyer and get a flip and turn as it's pushing up there, and hopefully let the stability hyzer it out at the basket. So a little dodgy, because it's basically like I'm trying to throw an ace run. But if I get past this one tree on the right and its branches, I should leave myself a 20 or 30 foot putt max. Didn't swing enough. Give me some free action. Probably got a 50 footer from there. We've hit those. All right, drive turned out real nice. Pin high, got that flex through here, a little skip action. I think 36 feet away. Oh my gosh. All right. Lost my focus. That was a long, or no, not long, but we got par 4. Here's par 4. Okie dokie. Where were we? All right, so at this point, our competition would be at 4 under. We're currently at 5 under. In the tournament last year, at this point, I was 3 over. So we're talking now 8-stroke improvement. It's par 4, 500, or it says par 3 on there, but if I'm not mistaken, it's par 3 on the sheet. 520. I'll check in between throws because I don't want to jump out of the video again. Going destroyer, trying to get flexed out to the right, so by the time it hyzers out at the end, we're in the middle of the fairway. And we'll see how it goes. And that was nose up. Ew. Let me show you what it should have looked like if I wouldn't have thrown it like an idiot. With grace. I'm still on that left side, but I think I'm like 50, 60 feet further up. Still touch nose up. All right, right now our competition was at 4 under. He would birdie that last hole, and we are at 5 under currently. In the tournament this past year, I birdied. Did I birdie that one? I think I parted. Or no, bogey. Yeah, I'm at I think 3 over. Hold on. Yeah, I got a little ways to go. Basket's elevated. We got an embankment behind it, so we really go after it, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to juice up and throw my nuke, aim out right, and let it crash at the basket. Confirmed it is a par 4 for MA2 and where I was playing at MA3. That'll do. We'll should have a birdie look from there, and minimum we'll get the par. Not my favorite stance when running a birdie. I'd rather be on flat ground. Sometimes even throwing downhill. Just didn't give enough height. First, hit the wall. The birdie on hole 12. There we go. Six under. After 12 hours. I got one hole in between this and the scariest one for me. The one that kicks my butt. Alright, 179. Par 3. We've hit it with a Kratos and with a zone. We're going to go Jawbreaker Z Ultra Luna. Wind's kind of at our right and back, so it should make it a little more stable. And push out there leg wide. No OB. As long as you don't throw it in the quarry and you can't find it. Should have 15, 20 footer. Alright, left a little meat on the bone. Wind in our face. May lift it.
Whoa, there's a splash on me. Oh, there's one stick.
Alright, so at this point I was went over after 13 in the tournament earlier this year. Our competition is at 5 unders. What I saw, 5 under, and then I am currently 6 under with the par on that hole, which should not have been par. This hole is 744 feet. This one really kicks my butt. Big launch off the elevated tee pad location. Basket's elevated once you get down into the valley. Anything right of the sidewalk is out of bounds. I'm throwing my most overstable disc. I'm gonna put it out pretty much over that palm tree, maybe a little bit right of it, like towards the sand trap. As you can see, the sidewalk curls in down there at the bottom, so push too far, the OB comes into play more. So we're gonna give it a rip and hopefully land left of that sidewalk. Yeah, I know. I hate this hole. This gives me anxiety. Here, you go ahead and play through. You're gonna be a little cattywampus because this is on a hill. We're relatively safe, not a lot of room for runout. We want to get to that last bit of flat part of the green. Again, anything right of the sidewalk is OB, so it's grip lock. Or if you try to throw forehand and it ties out and just flying over there, you're out of bounds. And then up above the hill and over the sidewalk is out of bounds. So placement, trying to get it not necessarily on the side of the slope going up because it's really difficult to throw from, but in a flat area just inside of where those rocks are. So we'll let the guy that's coming through. We're playing shorts. We let him throw first, and then we try to drop it almost where he is. So when the halo starts to Alright, good drop. Alright, I got a little scared there. I thought it was going to take off and then swing hard left and go into the woods. And then I would have been pitching out and throwing back up there to get a bogey. Wind is still pushing from right left. For some reason I feel like even though I want to throw Athena or Cicada up there, I think Bel Air is going to be the disc for this throw. I'm going to see if we can get up there close. Yeah, there we go. I'll give us a putt for par. We'll go for par. Almost blasted it through. I'll take a par on this hole though. I'm 744. Okie dokie. So we were 3 over after 15 earlier this year. Our competition double bogeyed that hole, so he would have been at 3 under. And we are currently still sitting at 6 under. So really doing great. And I'm super excited compared to what we were doing in the tournament. I'd say the conditions are actually pretty similar. There was a lot of wind at that time. This hole is pretty long. Pushed back to the left, all the way over there to the tree line. But there was a mandatory on this light pole, and all of this ditch was out of bounds. Now wind is like really ripping, wide open over here, mostly in my face. So I'm gonna throw a nuke and just want to push out there far enough to get it across the way, maybe across the side. If it turns left and stays on that side, I'll be fine. All right. Throw it straight out there. I don't get a lot of distance, but we'll go get that par. All right. The wind's even more directly in my face. We want to throw this nuke again. Basket's up until the left. It gets wide open. You get out there throwing left with like a overhand and bending it back in. But light danger, people walking on the sidewalk. So we're going to try to push something straight, going with this nuke again. Hopefully let it curl up towards the trees, but give me a look for the birdie call. Oh, I threw it inside. Ew. Gross. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No bueno. Alright, sometimes this is where I have my issues. Like, go take my medicine and throw something in, like spiky, out wide and let it fall. Or to try and guarantee the car, that I throw something over stable, if I fit through the gap on the left. That's what I'm going to do, because I feel, for whatever reason, better about throwing this Buzz OS through there. Left. Oh, I think we're still going to have a short putt. Let's see what the spike would have done. We can go nuke over the top. It looked like I put 80 on it. I don't have that shot mastered, unfortunately. After that poor second putt, or second shot, getting up here within 20 feet is nice, but wind in my face. I imagine it's not there. There we go. Par save. Number 16. UDIS has it as 496. Sign says 444. Par 4. Bassett's up there to the left. You've seen me ace this one with the cicada from the shorts. We're gonna have to go stable still. Wind's mainly in our face, a little bit right to left. So we want to kind of push it out about 20-30 feet right of the post on the shorts, and let this really bring us in, and then give ourselves like maybe 180 or so left. No OB, but yeah, I didn't get it out there wide enough. Maybe I should have thrown something more understable. All right, we're like 160 or so out. Wind's still in our face. I'm gonna throw a zone up there. Ooh. I don't know why I threw so aggressively at it, but I guess I wanted to try to get the eagle. It is a par 4. That's a birdie. Oh. That's unfortunate. That would have been nice to be 7 under going into these last couple. Alright, we were 2 over going into 17. Our competition was 3 under. He didn't get another birdie through 17 and 18. So anything that we hit here is bonus. Next hole is long, really long. So we want to try to get another birdie here. I think if we shoot 7 under, we're going to be like, might be like a 970 rated round, which is crazy. Gonna go destroyer, give it a rip, left. It's down there, it's short. I think this is more like 330, not 270 like UDIS says, but we'll see. All right, here's our, can you see it? Zoom out. All right, you can see it. All right, our drive with the Destroyer. Oh! Looks like we'll either finish up 500 or 600. All right, hole 18, 681 feet. I'm not very good at keeping track of which way this stupid wind's going. That didn't help me. Yeah, that looked like it was a little bit at my back. We'll see. All right, going Zeus. Try to get to flip and ride. So we have a wide open shot for a second going into that green that gets a little tight up there because the backside of it slopes off real fast when you get to the basket. But 600 so far. If we can squeeze out a birdie on this one, it'd be amazing. I like that flight. Give me a skip. Lovely Zeus. Still got all we can throw here left. Wind is kind of coming from left to right, which I'm fine with that. So anything that'll hold it straight, keep us out of the hazard on the right. We're going to aim right of that light pole. Hope that we get a touch of flex out to the right. And when it crashes up on that platform, we'll have the birdie putt. Deuce again. Into the ground. Uh-oh. Now we have to worry about getting par. Uh-oh. All right. Second shot left us about 152 out. We're going to go Ultra Luna. See if we can get up there floating close. It. There we go. That will pretty much guarantee our par, and that would have given us a hot round by 2 strokes. All right. From the spring flight open layout. Take a look, but I think that might have been better than what they did on the MA1 card. So take a look and see what our rating is around. I know tournament stress was definitely played in the factor, but despite the wind, we played a great round, and we're going to carry a lot more confidence into practice round at Northeast Coachman. That'll happen next week, and then play actually at Cliff Stevens and Coachman in a tournament on Saturday of next week. So we'll see. I'm gonna have whole playthrough one place around YouTube, and then probably a little bit of highlights on TikTok and Instagram. You'll see it when you see it. Go up now. Another Luna Ace here, number 12. That's my putting putter, so I might have to carry an ace putter around with me on the course when I'm playing in my tournament, and then retire it afterwards. Hopefully I don't lose this sucker. But Ace 53 CT Luna. Now I gotta go get another CT Luna. Yeah! Oh, Ace 54 now. Finally ace this hole. I've been wanting to hit this one. Sky Ace with a nuke.